Hi, and welcome back. It's been a good bit since we had our last update, so I thought I'd get one out this week and try and catch people up to where we are with the shop build. A couple notes about the other parts of the business. Let's see. So in the last few weeks, we've done a roof replacement on the porch over at Pearl Street. That was a clear polycarbonate roofing over a wooden frame. We had a big hailstorm and it just punched a whole bunch of holes through it, so we had to replace that. Got that knocked out. And then we also had a full roof replacement over at Hatfield Street. About a year ago, we had some significant water leaking into the building. Called my guy, he came out and tried to fix it, did the best that he could, but it turns out that there were some issues that we could not see with the shingles on it. So when the problem reoccurred this year, we decided to bite the bullet and just go ahead and replace it completely. We have solved the underlying problems. It was non-trivial, but we're glad that that's taken care of. The tenants there have been extraordinarily understanding about the whole issue, so that's definitely on the plus side. I've been dealing with them. So let's talk about the shop build. Where are we? The shop plans have been reviewed by the city. We've actually gone through 2 iterations of comments now, and we're about to resubmit these hopefully for the last time. That should, in theory, get us to the point where we've got a building permit. At a practical level, though, we've got some issues that we're still wrestling with, primarily the utilities. There is a water main out front, and there's even a curb box, which is that little valve that you see down on the sidewalk. So we're hoping that we're going to be able to reuse that, and that'll provide water into the building. But getting sewage out of the building is a whole different problem. There's no main sewer line that runs down our street. The house that was there previously used a sewer in Plum Way, which is the alley back behind us. So ideally, if we can find the sewer line on our property, then we'll run a camera down that line and check it. That's the line that's shown in red on the map here. If that line is intact, then we'll go ahead and sleeve it and reuse the line. That would still require us to dig up the street in Plum Way because we know that the connection to the sewer main has already been closed off. So we'd have to open the street, repair that connection, and then close up the street again. If we can't find the line, or if it's damaged, then option 2 would be to put in a new line to Plum Way. The catch there is that the neighbors, there are 2 neighbors behind us that would need to agree to let us dig across the property. I've contacted one neighbor already. He's been fabulous. He's okay with it, but I'm having trouble reaching the other neighbor. That's kind of a shame because I happen to know that he actually needs to repair his connection to the sewer main as well. If he allows me access to his property to dig it up, then I'd be willing to share the costs of digging up the street with him and allow him to do his repair at the same time that I'm doing mine, so he'd save some money on his repair. If none of that works, then we go to option 3, which is to come out the front of the property, which is this section marked in yellow here. If we do that, it could become a very expensive proposition. The city would require us to repave the entire section of the street that we open up from curb to curb, not just patch our trench. Working in my favor is that the gas company has a project planned on our street, so I might be able to piggyback off of their work. That's got its own challenges, though, because they might cover the cost, but I'd have to coordinate with their schedule. It kind of gets a little bit hairy. So we're kind of waiting to see how that plays out. The swinging costs here can be pretty significant. The easiest version, where we sleeve and reuse the old sewer, might be in the range of about $20,000. If we go out the front and can't coordinate the city, the high-end number there, I don't even want to think about that. It could kill the whole project. So there's a lot of options in between there, so we're chasing those down right now and see where we get to. On the construction side, I've signed a contract with an excavation and concrete outfit, so they'll be doing that work. In fact, we'll have them come in and do the excavation just so we can see if we can find the sewer. I've also got a bid on the framing, the siding, and the roofing, and I'll share more about that coming soon. There's a lot of moving parts in this. Developing a new piece of property is not a simple proposition. Very grateful to my architect, Tony, because he's been a huge help. And we'll just have to see where this thing goes. In the meantime, keep doing what you're doing, do your best work, and we'll see you soon.